countries of freedom and wealth, unheard of public prosperity exists. On the contrary, in those countries, class distinctions are the most crass and one could think of. Unimaginable poverty on one side, and
Still Hitler?
and yeah. And class distinctions are the most crass one could think of. Unimaginable poverty on one side and equally unimaginable riches on the other.
So he was talking about people.
He was talking about democracy.
You're talking about Malaysia.
These are the lands that control the treasures of the earth. The British and the Americans control the treasures of the earth.
I love Malaysia.
Tony Blair talking.
No, this is Hitler talking about democracy. Right. Their workers live in miserable dumps. These lands of so-called democracy. The people are never the primary consideration.
That's not true.
Paramount is the existence of those few who pull the strings in the democracy. The people pull the strings in the democracy. This is a several hundred major capitalists. Several hundred capitalists rule the democracy, not the people. The broad masses don't interest them in the least, except during elections.
Yes.
And Adolf Hitler said this about democracy in 1940.
What does that mean now? What does that say about democracy? Good or bad?
Bad!
So what is good now?
Bad.
But Hitler come with the democratically way to the power, right?
Yeah, there's no alternative. Because
so
what happened...
So he used democracy to become a dictator.
Well, yeah, if you called it a dictator.
So is he saying the dictator is better?
No, what he's saying, the democracy in the British Empire and America is
He's trying to say that democracy has been hijacked by certain people.
Yeah, it's hijacked.
Someone saying that almost wanted to conquer the world, they kill all the minorities, you know?
Oh, he wanted to... Where did you hear that Hitler wanted to conquer the world?
I mean, look what happened with Hitler, with the area and...
Taxation.
No. This is absolutely crazy.
It's not true.
You do realize the real powers right now are China and Russia in that order.
Well, that's what they tell
And then you got Britain and America.
Explain how we've misunderstood Hitler.
Now, Mr. Hitler, right?
Yeah.
You know, what? There's no way he wanted a war with Britain.
No.
Because if he wanted a war with Britain, then fighting Russia, fighting France, fighting Britain, fighting Australia, fighting Canada, fighting India, and fighting the United States. And he knew he could never win. He wanted to fight Russia.
You can tell he was a genius.
Well, anybody
fighting Russia, fighting France,
he didn't
fighting
want to
everybody.
fight. He
and he thinks he's going to win.
He didn't want to fight Britain.
No.
Why
would he want to fight Russia?
He was sending Scud missiles. He was hitting it with missiles.
When was this? After we attacked him.
No, you attacked him first.
Britain attacked Germany.
You attacked him first.
What?
You are a German, right?
I'm English. What do you bloody think? I'm not German.
After a year into Russia, he failed hard.
I'm multiracial. I'm Scottish, English mixed.
You are confused, yes.
Right? And my family
Kick you out from here in September.
were Freemason.
Oh, you're a Freemason too?
Part of my family.
You're a Freemason.
And I don't believe the Freemasons are doing anything for the indigenous population of anywhere in the world. They're part of a structure, an economic power, a structure that is making money for themselves. You know, and you know, and in the Greek.
But you're missing something. Why are you blaming certain people? Because you know, human beings.
Yeah.
Human beings.
Yeah.
We are greedy.
No, I'm not naturally greedy. I'm not.
Or you're a special human being?
No. In the Greek philosophy,
Yes.
you had the Cynics, and they were a powerful group of
So
philosophers. You know where the
Cynics?
Cynics?
If I give you £100, you say that's enough for me. You're not going to ask for more.
No, I'm talking about the philosophy. The Cynics, they lived in what is called a wine jar. It must be a very big wine vat, and they had no money.
We are greedy.
You're not greedy. You're not greedy. Look, if somebody gave me £1 million and say
that's
work
what
for
causes problems.
no, if somebody gave me £1 million
That's
and
what
say,
causes problems. For
say
more
work
and more
for
and more. If
the
we're
work for the New
satisfied
World Order, I wouldn't work for the
with the
New
portion
World
we
Order.
have,
No.
then it'd be okay.
No, I wouldn't work for the New World Order if you gave me £1 million.
Why think this businessman,
advocating.
they want to have more and more and more? They're greedy, that's what they are.
Yeah, they are, but not everybody's greedy. They're good people
No, if
with
you have a
morals
chance,
and
if you have a chance, you will be
No.
greedy too.
Tell us about animal rights.
Trust me.
We haven't covered animal rights.
Because you never dealt
Because
with,
I've read
with
philosophy,
millions and millions and millions of pounds.
I've got
So you
enough.
don't know.
No, I've got a 5-bedroom
Until you get
house.
there. When you get
I've got a
there,
5-bedroom house. I could go to Hong Kong on holiday a month a year. I don't need any more money.
So you're rich then?
I'm not rich. My income is
You
less
got
than
5 houses and
no,
you can go anywhere you
5-bedroom
want.
house. 5-bedroom. My income is less than 10,000 a year.
And you can go to Hong Kong.
Yeah, I go to a certain
who paid for
supermarket.
your ticket then?
I go to a certain supermarket at 4 o'clock twice a week, and all the organic and good food is half price. And the money I save on food, I pay my air ticket to Hong Kong. And you can do
So
it.
why-
I'm not telling you the supermarket. You go there.
Listen.
You go there. You
Listen.
get there by bicycle.
Why you want to go to Hong Kong then?
I like swimming in the sea and walking in the hills.
Wow.
Yeah, I love walking in the hills and swimming in the sea. When I go to Hong Kong,
I think you like Chinese
Can't go
women.
swimming in
the
the hills,
first,
in the sea.
the
I
first,
think you like Chinese
my
massage.
wife's Chinese.
You like Chinese
My
massage.
wife is Chinese.
Oh, your wife is Chinese.
The first thing I do in Hong Kong,
Yes.
because I don't have a lot of spare cash, I go to a supermarket called Taste, and I buy reduced Yeo Valley yogurt, right? And eat the healthy English
so
food.
holiday, it's only yogurt.
I eat the reduced food from the supermarket in Hong Kong.
You must
Right?
be doing something right because you're quite vibrant. So I have to give it. I have to give it to you for that.
No. Do you know, when I was young, I was afraid to talk to people.
Yes.
And up to the age of 5, I never met other children, right? My dad wouldn't allow me to go to a local youth club, right? And what forced me to be like this, the speakers in Hyde Park all got on my tits, and I couldn't bear listening to the rubbish they talk, and I thought I've got to talk myself.
Yes.
I just got to talk myself, you know, and that's why I do it, and everybody's got preconceived ideas. It's terrible. They're dangerous preconceived ideas. Do you know, despite what they say, the people and make their minds up about a war in 3 days. I work with people, this girl, not very intelligent, and she said, I don't think we should go to war against Iraq, should we? And then somebody said to her, oh, the Iraqis turned off the incubators in Kuwait. And she said, did they? Oh, we should go to war then. And that was a made-up story. That is the great British public. One false story, they want to go bomb someone in another country. Yeah, I don't want to bomb anybody in another country. I think...
Just Tibet.
No, the Tibetan thing is, I don't want to see China divided. If Tibet is divided off and the Muslim areas are divided off and another area is divided off, there won't be a China. No, there won't be a China. So it's one of those things. I don't want to see Britain divided up, although I don't like the City of London and I don't like the Rothschilds.
But did you read the history of Chinese history, the empire?
No.
One of the most loyal generals to the ruler of China.
Yeah.
They were Muslims.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Some of them died in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, right, yeah.
So don't tell me the Muslims they want to divide and everything. They fought for the empire.
Oh, yeah.
They don't want this regime to come to power.
Well, that might be true, but the point is, most Muslims I talk to want to convert me to be a Muslim, and that worries me. You see, because I don't like religions that tell you this is the truth.
But why are you worried about it?
I'm worried because of the numbers. I couldn't care less in the 1960s. I was prepared to marry a Muslim girl in the 60s because there was no problem.
Are you complaining about us being overpopulated in England?
Yeah,
so why did you go to India? Why did you go to Japan? Why did you go to South Africa? Go on, you tell me why you've been to South Africa, and then tell me why is the Queen's
I don't support the Queen. I don't support the Queen. I don't support, unlike that speaker, I don't support the Queen.
It just so happens.
Yeah.
Mashallah, give us more children.
Yeah.
Give us more children.
Have you met Muslims like every day? Because you're saying most of them are trying to convert you.
They do. No. I was speaking in the park. I'll tell you what happened. For 10 years I was speaking in the park, and they'd listen to me, and I never talked about Islam, and they'd agree with me. They'd agree with me about Palestine.
If you go to Marmalade, you see a lot of Christians trying to convert Muslims.
What happened, they agreed with me, and they'd say I was a good speaker, and they liked what I say because I was against American imperialism, I was against these unjust wars, and then at the end they come up and they say, have you read the Quran? And you've got to read the Quran. So I started to read the Quran, and I started to talk about it. And then when I talked about Islam, I'm not interested in all these other questions, only Islam. And there's all these great important questions in the world that are vital: genetically modified food, the American imperialism, droning countries, the British imperialism.